Hello and welcome back to Jurassic World Evolution 2, where today we'll be continuing on with the speed build series where we're already up to our 4th episode. Jeez, this is going on a while. And because of that, I'm hoping that the series ends probably in the next 2 episodes, I want to say. So in the next episode I want to finish the kind of main part of the map, and then in the last episode I want to move on to that bottom bit and do, fill everything out there because that's quite small. Then there's also the tour that has to come, and so on and so forth. And I'll take a break from sandbox and I'll go ahead with challenge mode, and then I'll do my challenge mode tips and tricks, and I'll do maybe another tier list video. I've got a few ideas for that. But yeah, there's still plenty of content to come for this game. It'll definitely slow down once Horizon Forbidden West comes out, because I'll be playing that and I'll be uploading that to the channel, and I'm really looking forward to that. We're almost we're just under 3 weeks away from it now. Jeez. I remember when that was announced, I was so excited, and I still am. It looks like it's going to be such a good game. Anyway, that's besides the point. As you can see here, we've actually got a shorter episode. So, compared to the last one was like half an hour, which is insane. That's incredibly long for a speed build. There's nothing speedy about a half an hour video, but now just the actual speed build part of this is around 12 minutes or something, so that's all good. That's what we like to see, It's just nice, quick. I get to what needs to be done. I actually, took time to actually edit down the raw footage. So, I got rid of a lot of the fluff, I guess you can say, the unnecessary bits where you see me sitting down, waiting for the dinosaurs to incubate, that kind of stuff. Also, I've had a few crashes while trying to make this, and I have my reasons why, but I'll probably explain that in a later video or the tour, just because I don't want to say anything right now, but I think I've kind of figured it out. And it doesn't surprise me when I think about it, but yeah, it's one of those things that I'm just gonna have to live with just for the speed, this park build. And future ones, I hope it doesn't happen, especially seeing as I want to do a 88 species 1 island map, because I hate myself, and that's gonna be so tough. Not because of the dinosaurs or anything, but because lagoons and aviaries. Actually, if thinking about it, aviaries aren't much of a problem. It's more the lagoons, because they take up a lot of space, and I want to have certain conditions going into that, so it's not just a really easy build for me. But yeah, so got actually a lot done in this speed build, so in this video, and it's only 12 minutes, which is great. So I finished the top section that I made, so I did raise the elevation a bit, and to create kind of a elevated section of the park. I said elevation way too many times there, but yeah, and I'm happy with how that turned out, because originally, once I was happy with the having an elevated section, but when I kind of built the circles and just that kind of walk down to the big herbivore enclosure, I was a bit worried about how it was going to turn out. I wasn't really liking it, but once I actually filled in the exhibits and filled the space out, it came together really well in my opinion, and I'm happy with how it turned out. Not a lot of guest areas built in this video. I guess there weren't really much in the last video either, if not any, because at least in this one you got to see the start. At the start you got to see me do that little guest area, but I wanted to kind of build the actual amenities before I started recording, because I thought it would take a lot longer than it actually did. It actually went quite quick, because I thought I'd be finicking around for a bit. Yeah, so that turned out fine. So dinosaurs that are new to the park are the Metriacanthosaurus, the Herrerasaurus, the Dryosaurus, Pachyrhinosaurus, Triceratops, Apatosaurus, and Coelophysis. Now I have the Metriacanthosaurus and Herrerasaurus because they were in the original Jurassic Park, along with the Triceratops and basically the Coelophysis. Now, Coelophysis wasn't in, like, if you look at the brochure, when I say the original Jurassic Park, I'm talking about the brochure. If you look at the brochure, it says Segisaurus, but obviously we don't have that in the game. And the closest dinosaur we have to Segisaurus, I believe, is Coelophysis, because Segisaurus is a part of the Coelophysid family or something, or the genus or whatever. Probably, what is it? Kingdom, phylum, class, family, order, genus, species. Yeah, I'd say probably in the Coelophysid family. So, yeah, that's closest we have. And, if you look at pictures of Segisaurus, they look very similar to Coelophysis anyway, so it works out fine. So I still have quite a few dinosaurs from the original Jurassic Park. Also, I want to integrate some of the dinosaurs from the other, all the dinosaurs from the other movies, seeing as InGen had cloned them. So, I think they deserve to be in the park as well. But yeah, I'm looking forward to finishing off this park. This has been a good one, and so far it has the most dinosaurs in it out of all my park builds, and I've spent the most time in it compared to all my other ones. I think my second longest one was the Grand Canyon Dinosaur Park, but that one just took a long time because there was a lot of bits where I was just sitting around and watching the dinosaurs, because up until that point I hadn't really had a chance to do that, because when you're playing Chaos Theory and Challenge Mode, there's not a lot of good opportunities to actually just relax and watch your dinosaurs, because there's always something to do. You're always doing something, and you kind of worry that when you actually look at a dinosaur or something's gonna happen and you're gonna have your attention ripped away anyway. But yeah, so I just spent time kind of watching the various animations that the game had to offer. So I do have a lot of hours on that, and not to mention I spent a lot of the time in that build on 3 times speed on the time controls. And when you do that you save on the save file, when it tells you how long you've had on that save, it talks about game hours. So when you speed up the in-game time, it reflects in the save game as well. But yeah, I've kept this one on 1 time speed pretty much as I can, just because I like to see the dinosaurs moving around as they should be, rather than pacing around really quick. So yeah, I've probably spent, if I'm being honest, because I did spend a long time on the Grand Canyon Dinosaur Park, comparatively I've probably spent very similar amounts of time building them, but I haven't finished this park yet. So it definitely, by the end of this, it will be my biggest park. Well, yeah, longest park it's taken me to build them, probably the biggest park I've built yet, because although the map for the Grand Canyon Dinosaur Park was bigger, with the Southwest USA being in the Grand Canyon and whatnot, there's not a lot of space where you can actually build, because you have those parts that rise up and you can't build in. And I know a lot of people really dislike that map, but I actually enjoyed building on it because it offered a unique challenge. And I know a lot of people don't like the desert biome because there's not a lot to offer in terms of foliage, but I think the foliage options we have really fit the desert, climate. Yeah, we could probably have maybe a few more bushes, or like different kinds of grasses maybe, and trees that you can find in like a desert oasis. But for what we have, I actually really don't mind building in the desert. It's certainly not my favorite biome. I don't know, maybe in the future I'll do like ranking all the maps. But for now, I kind of want to have a chance to build something on each of the maps, and I haven't really done that yet. The main ones I've had good experience on, I guess, are all the challenge mode and chaos theory maps. When it comes down to the, the campaign maps, I haven't had a good time to build on them, so I haven't had a proper experience with them. I guess with the other ones, despite not having built a sandbox park on some of them, like Nublar 2015 or Canada, I can still have an opinion on those parks, because on those maps, because I have built parks on them. They're just not sandbox parks. They're either challenge mode or chaos theory parks. So I have my opinion on those, but when it comes to, say, in Washington State and Arizona and Oregon, Pennsylvania, I kind of built a park, and I did the showcase park on Pennsylvania, but also Yosemite and stuff. I haven't, had enough experience with those maps to really form a decent opinion on them. But yeah, I'm actually proud of myself. I filled out a lot of the time talking here. I didn't just I did flap my lips a bit, flap my gums or whatever the saying is. But I didn't feel like I was scrambling for things to say. I thought it felt quite natural, like I was having small talk with someone. So I'm kind of proud of myself for that, because sometimes I just kind of sit here going, I mean, I do that anyway. Even now I do that, but still, it's just, it was nice to actually be able to talk with a nice flow, I guess you can say. But with the speed build coming to an end here, I will go into game and just show off the dinosaurs to you, with all the colors, because you don't get a good view of them here. So I'll go in and I'll show you everything that needs to be shown. It'll probably be relatively quick, just because I'm showing you the dinosaurs. I don't need to show off any guest areas or anything. And you get a good look at the enclosures during the speed build. So I'll see you in game. So here we are in game in this kind of elevated section here. So starting off, I'll show off the Dinosaurus, I suppose. You know me, I love Dinosaurus. Just listen to them. They're adorable. They're adorable. And we actually got some cool colors here. I tried when I don't know what I'm saying. Hang on, let me reset here. When I was picking out these skins, I made sure to choose ones that didn't have a blank pattern on them, because I do, press the randomize button, and sometimes that gives you one, a lot of the time actually, surprisingly a high number of, a large portion of the time, it gives you ones with blank patterns. I don't want ones with blank patterns. I want ones with the beautiful patterns that they have. This one's my favorite, by the way. I really like the brown and green. It looks very good. But yeah, those are the Dinosaurus. I may as well show you this guest area too. I haven't made these buildings all look nice and unique and stuff, so I'll do that in my own time soon. But yeah, a nice circle with, surrounded by forest. It looks very cool, very Jurassic Park. We also have a hotel right here, because what a nice spot to stay with all these dinosaurs around you. Even though you've got some carnivores to your right or left, depending on how you look at it, and then some dinosaurs on the other side. But coming over here, we have our Metriacanthosaurus somewhere. Here's one having a nap. This is actually a skin that when I played the Jurassic Park Chaos Theory, when I first made Metriacanthosaurus, this actually had a very similar skin. So that's interesting. Over here, we have one that's actually pretty cool. I can't remember, this one's my favorite. I like the kind of turquoisey kind of blue with the orange stripes. I'm not a huge fan of the brighter green here with the rest of the skin. If they left that orange, or maybe even just this kind of bluish color, that wouldn't be too bad. Here's a better look at this one. That one's not too exciting compared to these other two. But looking at this, I prefer the head on this one because it's not as over the top, and it does have that blue color. Actually, you know what? No, I like this one more, because this one's more interesting. I changed my mind. I can do that. I'm allowed to do that. Coming over here, we have our Herrerasaurus. This one is a blank pattern, I think. Or is that the pattern? Maybe. No, I don't think it is. I'm not a huge fan of these kind of blue colors. If it was maybe a darker and less obvious blue, I think I'd like it, but it just looks unnatural like that. No, none of them have patterns unless it's like a matching pattern. Like, this is not too bad with the blue, but I'm still not a huge fan of these like over-the-top blue colors. Maybe in the pattern form, that would be cool, but as a base skin, I'm not a huge fan. But hey, you know, I can always just select against that. It's fine. This one, probably my favorite of the group. I like the kind of the subtle yellow color with that kind of subtle blue. It looks nice. And this one's pretty cool too, with the kind of brown and orange. Wait, hang on. How did... hello? Well, apparently we've had a Herrerasaurus phase through the fence. Yeah, okay, we've gone back to the start. So I'm gonna have to dart him. Bear with me. I didn't realize that this would happen. I haven't had this happen to me in a long time. But I guess it's the same kind of issue as the flyers being able to break out, which, again, they said they fixed, but they haven't. And they also need to address this, because I have had this happen to me a couple times, but like I said, it's been ages since it happened, so I honestly thought they had fixed it, but apparently not. Maybe it's another flyer situation here, but oh well. Coming down here, we have the beautiful Pachyrhinosaurus, which I honestly don't release enough. Did I? I did send that back, didn't I? Yeah, I did. I'm going crazy here. But yeah, I don't release these guys enough. I love that. See, this stands out a lot, but it works well because it's just, you know, the pattern. It's not the base skin, so it looks really good. I really like it with that kind of mossy green color, I guess. It looks really good. This one, they're all quite cool, honestly. This one's cool with the yellow and blue. Always nice color combination. This one, like being all blue, looks really nice. What skin's this one? This is Yukon River with Papurana. Nice, very nice, like that. Great Sandy Desert. It's an Australian desert, as well as Lithobates, which looks, again, really cool. This one's really nice with the white and orange. I really like that, with kind of the red striping and the brownish green color. That looks really nice. And another cool one with the Papurana and the Sonoran Desert. Yeah, all these skins work really well. And an Amazon rainforest that's actually green and not an ugly blue color. That works really well with the Poltrana. Yeah, very cool. I do like the Rana, the purple. It's a surprise because you wouldn't expect that kind of purple color, but there you go. Here we have a Apatosaurus and a Triceratops enclosure. Now, I didn't realize how awesome the pattern was on a Apatosaurus, because in the last game, when you had patterns on sauropods, they were pretty bleh. But, you know, when there was a skin that had a pattern. But, oh my god, I didn't realize how cool a Apatosaurus was with its skin. Like, I'll try and find my favorite one. This one's my favorite because I feel it, like, shows off the skin pattern really well, while also looking natural. It's definitely my favorite. This one's okay. But I really like that last one and then this one here. Those are probably my two favorites out of the bunch. And then we've got some Triceratops. So we've got some standard Jurassic World ones with some patterns, because I honestly don't see that a lot. So I just wanted to get a look. And honestly, they're not too bad. They're, you know, you get some with the pattern on the frill, and some, you know, it's more prominent on the frill, and others where it's more prominent along the back, which is really cool. Creates a nice variation. This one's probably my favorite of the group. We've got a Jurassic Park Triceratops. We have 4 of those, I think. Yeah, we got 4 of those, and this is the final Jurassic World Triceratops. Not bad at all. Here we've got some Crichtonsaurus, just an adorable dinosaur, you know that, with a nice pattern, actually, a very interesting pattern for an Ankylosaurus, which is the Yukon River and Papurana. One in the bushes so we can't see it, and one with the exact same skin pattern apparently. Oh my god, Amazon rainforest with Papurana, that looks so good. It looks like it's straight out of hell, but oh my god, that is awesome. Damn, that is so cool. Oh my goodness. I just found my new favorite Crichtonsaurus skin. And that's something really cool about the random skin system, is that you can find a skin that you love, like I did just then. And look how small it is compared to the Triceratops. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. And then look how big Triceratops is compared to a sauropod, that is Apatosaurus. That's crazy. I love what they've done with the sizing of dinosaurs in this game. It's made it so much more interesting. Now we have our so-called Segisaurus with the I almost said Cryolophosaurus, the Coelophysis. And yeah, I always seem to get the Rana skin. I don't know why, but most of these in here are Rana. This one's probably my favorite. I like that. If some of the dinosaurs pull off the albino skin quite well, even though this does have some black parts, but the kind of really light blue and the white looks really good. The Killian Mountains with Chalcarana or Calcarana, I don't know. What's interesting is I found out that Rana, Calcarana, Lithobates, all of that are different frog genuses, which are actually real. That's, I find that pretty cool because, made with frog DNA, so they're just using different frogs and they're getting different skin patterns while not altering the dinosaur at all, which is really cool. But yeah, like I said, most of these have the Rana skin, so when you get something like Chalcarana, Great Sandy Desert is very similar to the Killian Mountains one, just more grey. So I do like that one because I feel like the grey and the blue works quite well. This one's not too bad with the Pultrana or Pulcrana. And then back to the beginning. So yeah, that's gonna do it for this one. So thank you all so much for watching. Look how beautiful this park is. It's really coming together now. I'm really excited. I know what I'm going to do for this one, and I'm looking forward to how it's going to turn out. I feel like it's going to be very interesting. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I do really hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao!